How was training today?
Sorry?
How was training today?
Yeah, good. Just a little session back after a long trip. So, yeah, wanted to get a little bit of work in, but not too much.
And also off tomorrow, right? So, I mean,
yep.
Are you trying to balance how much wear and tear go on the players like to start the season?
Yeah, the Portland tournament's always a long week, and we sort of plan the week where we train really hard in between the games, and so yeah, we wanted to sort of taper down this week in preparation for the game on Sunday.
I guess how exciting is it to start the league play on Sunday?
Yeah,
How's the team feeling about it?
Yeah, can't wait. It's been a long pre-season. We're excited to get at it again. I think that the tournament that we play in pre-season down in Portland always sets us up for that, because playing against them, it's never a pre-season friendly. It's like a proper game. So I feel like we set the tone in that game of what we want to try and do.
And I guess how's the roster looking? I say you came out with the final roster. How do you feel about the team and the players that you have now?
Yeah, I feel great. I think we did our moves early on, so we haven't done too many. We're still waiting for Luani to come into market. Got a couple of little niggly injuries, but nothing major. And yeah, just excited to get going.
And I guess talking about playing at Washington to open the season, I know they've had a lot of changes there, and they've been kind of in flux a little bit. So what do you kind of expect to see from them?
Yeah, they're a talented roster. I think, with Mark coming back to the league, he knows what this league's about. It's not like a new coach coming to the league who doesn't understand the NWSL. He knows what it takes to win in this league. So, yeah, we expect a really difficult game.
You, I don't know if you saw the news, but there's a little bit move forward on renovating Memorial Stadium. And did you know that?
I knew a little bit, but I haven't read too much about it.
Yeah, well, just kind of, I know you are a person that loved it. I love being there. It, yeah. I just wanted to know if there's like any more extension, I guess you could say, on like favorite memories there, or what you think about a new splashy Memorial.
I mean, it would be amazing. I think it's building a new site there, having a modern stadium on that complex was always a dream for anyone who was there. And I have amazing memories of Memorial. There's too many to probably name. Beating Portland 5-0 was one. But yeah, too many, honestly. And I think hopefully to have soccer there at some point would be a fantastic thing for the city, I think.
Would you, of the level, if it was looking nice, like what Climate Pledge looks like, would you want to consider the team going back to play there if it were still of that stature, like if it was soccer specific kind of?
I truly don't know how big it would be. I think for us, building the fan base and getting people out to games is priority, and if it lent into the amount of fans that we could get into stadiums and we could expand from there, then yeah, I would be interested. But Lumen's a fantastic home for us. Obviously with the World Cup coming to Seattle in 2026, we know that there's going to have to be things done to Lumen that actually benefit us. So I'm as excited for what Lumen could look like in the near future as I am as the potential Memorial.
Talking about that though, I mean, because you've been in this league almost since its inception.
Literally,
yeah. I mean, how have you seen the changes in the league, and how do you think the league's been progressing?
Yeah, I mean, it's exploded probably over the last 2 years on levels that I think were things that we always wanted. I think it was a slow burner to start, but those that stuck it out and could always believe that what we're starting to gradually see now could be what the future could hold. I think we all believed it, and thankfully now we're starting to see it. So yeah, really excited for it.
And how do you feel the play's been going? I mean, because we've got a lot of good players out there. Yeah,
it's always the most competitive league in the world. There's no concept anywhere else in the world that's like this, where everyone can beat anyone on any given day. And obviously the thing that we were always striving for, which other leagues around the world have, are the facilities and the support mechanisms that other clubs around the world have for their players. And thankfully we're starting to hit the ground on what they can be and make that better as we go. So I think this league will always be the most competitive. We now just need to push on all the other things off the field to make sure that we continue to be the best.
Hey Laura.
Hi.
How are you?
Hey.
How do you feel about starting the season on the road instead of at home with a couple of road games to work with?
can't remember the last time we opened at home. Not since I've been back. So, yeah, I think going to the East Coast is always hard. The fact that we're staying over there for the second game, I think, is good, that we don't have to come back and go back. Obviously, I think the league just loved playing Seattle, Washington as the first game of the season. I would love to know how many times that's happened throughout 10 years. And yeah, I think going east's tough, but we're prepared for it. We've obviously been on the road a lot in pre-season, so it's just another trip.
And you've had a long preseason now. Is there anything that you feel still isn't quite there? I know you're still fine-tuning things, but is there, one thing that you feel the team really still needs to work on?
Not anything specific. I just think until you really play against NWSL opposition, which obviously we did, Louisville and then the Portland game, you don't really know where the things that you really have to work on. So obviously that Portland game was a good eye-opener for us on that, and I'm glad that we were able to do it in that game and not do it in the first game of the season. So there's nothing specific. I just think when you start a season and it's long, ideally you want to hit the ground running and be amazing from day one, but I think that there's going to be things that you're not going to be unbelievable at. I think they just have to be things that aren't going to define a game. So we know we need to be really good in both 18-yard boxes, be solid defensively, and we're always a threat going forward. So
all right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.